What's up, everybody? It's Frederick Douglass Bussey back with another whiteboard session. I'm the founder of Icon Status, and we are excited to talk about this subject today. Today, we're going to talk about why your marketing isn't working better, how you can improve it, and the one key thing you need to be able to do to make sure that it works effectively. You can continue to grow your business by getting more customers and more sales. Let's go to work. All right, so the entire intro was muted. That's what happens when you do live stuff. So I'll just talk about it again. My name is Frederick Douglass Bussey. And today's topic is going to be about why your marketing isn't working better, how you can improve your marketing and your sales in your business to be able to grow. What's the one key element that you need to be able to do that you're not? That if it's not working, this is what you need to be able to look at. And then there are three key elements that we're going to break down as well to make sure you understand how you can improve that and you can empower your team to be able to do better job at marketing. So I don't want to get too religious, but the Bible talks about a story about a woman who was had an issue of blood and she was sick for a long time, and she heard about Jesus, decided she was going to go and get healed by him. And so Jesus is in this crowd, and so this woman falls down to the ground and she touches the hem of his garment, right? And so she touches the hem of his garment, and immediately she's healed. And Jesus says, "Who touched me?" Everybody's like, "There's 1,000 people around you. What are you talking about?" He says, "Somebody touched me." He points to the woman. She admits she was the one, and he says to her, "Your faith has made you whole." Right. So the word that is used there is "pithio," right? And "pithio" is a word that means persuade, right? Now, the noun of that word is pistis, right? And that means certainty or faith. Now, why is this important? Why am I talking about a Bible story to talk about your marketing? Well, because your marketing has one job: your sales and your success, and your success as a leader, honestly, in your organization. Your entire business is going to be hinged on one key element. And I'm going to tell you what that element is in just a second. But first of all, let's think about what is so big of a challenge. Whenever I'm talking to clients, they're always talking about one big challenge that they have, and maybe you can relate to this. Their biggest challenge is, I can't seem to get enough clients, or I can't seem to get my marketing to work, right? We're not converting. We're not getting better leads. We're not getting better sales. My sales team isn't working, or maybe they're just not great at that aspect of their business. And so they're trying to figure out how they can get more momentum. Now, remember, in our Scalosity framework, momentum is the key. We want to continue to get more momentum because momentum makes success inevitable, right? So there are three key elements of that: mindset, influence, and leverage. And when it comes to influence, the number one of the key elements of that is your marketing. So the sales, marketing, advertising, those are different things that you're doing. But none of those things are going to work if you're not able to do one thing and one thing only. And that is to generate certainty. If you're not generating certainty, if you're not generating doing, then you're going to struggle in your business. And it's going to be a challenge to continue to grow. It doesn't matter how much money you pour into your marketing and advertising budget. If people don't believe, period, they don't have certainty in what you're doing, it's not going to work. And so, how do you manufacture that through your business? So, we're going to talk about three key ways that you can manufacture certainty or faith, right? One thing I used to love about Apple is that Apple had a chief evangelist, right? So Guy Kawasaki was their chief evangelist. He was responsible for growing the community of Apple believers. This is back in the 80s. And so his one job was to make sure that he created rabid fans around the brand so that they would promote it and they would in turn become their own evangelists for the product. And so whatever you think of Apple today, one thing you know for sure is that they no longer have to prove to you that something works. People already have the certainty, and people believe in it so much that they're willing to, brand it all over. They're willing to pour themselves into the ecosystem. That's what's important for them. Why is that important? Because once you're able to establish that baseline of certainty and belief, you're able to grow much further from there. Now, certainty requires three things, right? Certainty requires authority. It requires ability, and it requires access. And then there are three key components to that. There's components to this one as well, but we're going to only break out these three today. Now, authority means that they have to believe that you have the right to assert something, right? So that often goes to credibility. Are you credible in making these claims? Are you saying that you have the ability to transform my sales team, to be able to cure a headache, to be able to cure cancer, whatever the case may be? What is your credibility? What is your background, your resume, the research that you've done, whatever the case may be? You need to be able to tell that story so in a way that people can grab hold of that and say, that sounds credible, right? So that is one aspect of creating certainty. The next thing is the ability. Do you have the power to do what you say you can do, right? You think about a politician or you think about a leader and someone asserts that they can solve a problem for you. In order for you to believe that, they don't just need to have the authority, right, and the position and be credible in terms of their experience, but they also have to be to have the ability, meaning that they are capable. They have the power, they have the skill set, they have the tools necessary. And so that's part of the story that you're telling as well. So when you're a product, what is it about your business or your product that gives you that? And many times what you don't have to do is you don't have to prove it. You just have to show it. You have to tell the story in a way that makes sense and connect the dots for them. This is why educating people is such a powerful way of being able to let them know that you are able to solve their problem because you understand it, right? And the better you understand it, the more that they have trust and certainty that you'll be able to solve it. And the third thing is you got to be able to have access, meaning that you have to be closely associated or connected to or intimately involved with these people, basically building a relationship where they feel like they can have access to get this thing, right? And access requires three things, right? They have to know that it is, wait a minute, make sure I get my notes correctly, that it is affordable, it is available, and that it is applicable. I was going to say adaptable. Now, what do these things mean? Affordable doesn't mean just that they have enough money to be able to produce, to be able to buy this, right? Of course, if it's affordable, that's great. But actually, it really translates to, is it valuable? Is it valuable enough? Is it worth it? Is it worth it for me to go down this road to be able to figure this thing out for myself? Is it worth it for me to be able to pay for this to solve this problem, or need to do it myself, right? And so the more affordable it is, the more valuable it is, the more attainable then the outcome appears, and that creates more certainty as well. Is it available? Meaning, can I have it? How handy is it? Right. So one of the things that used to be a barrier to entry for businesses back in the 90s would be that if you had a solution that was online, not everybody had a computer, not everybody had Wi-Fi. Now, if you go online, the fact that I can pick up my cell phone, right, for instance, and be able to access information or be able to access a website is important, so I can be able to get whatever I need to get. And so the availability of it makes it even that much more certain. So if you're telling me it's in a place that I can have it immediately, the sooner I can have it, the more speed that you can get that solution to me, it creates more certainty. And lastly, is it applicable? Is it right for me? Will it work for me? If people believe that you have a solution that will work for some people but not work for them, then they don't have certainty. There is a doubt. There's a gap in the certainty that you need to be able to close. And so you have to demonstrate that over and over again. This is why you have commercials with people that are drinking the coffee or eating the pizza, why they are giving testimonials, etc., because they are proving that it works for people that are like them. So the more people like them that people can see, then the more belief that they have that this thing will work for them, because they see someone or they hear a story of someone that says, oh, I'm just like that person, right? And so this is something that many companies are trying to do with their marketing and advertising. Let me tell you why it doesn't work the way that it should. The reason why is because oftentimes when we do these things, as entrepreneurs and business owners, what we do is we focus on us versus them, right? So if we want to talk about our solution, we want to talk about all the credibility that we have, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We're running down these things. It creates a disconnect because people don't believe that you understand them enough to solve their problem if you don't demonstrate that you understand them, right? And so being able to create that certainty is a way that people are able to, in turn, believe that you can perform a miracle for them in such a way that all they have to do is touch the hem of your garment. That if they can just get close enough to get a little bit of it, a little bit of the light that you can shine, a little bit of the magic that you can produce, just enough that they can get a little bit of that glitter all over them, then you can create for them an outcome that is desirable, right? And so when we're talking about our businesses, what we're actually doing is we're preaching the gospel of our business, of our product, of our service. How are we going to serve people? And so you need to be able to tell a story that allows them to be able to understand. So these are the keys. This is the one thing that you have to do. And to be honest with you, and I talked about this in a post that I put on Facebook the other day, which is that the number one job of a leader, any leader, is to create certainty in their business, through their business, with their team, their employees, and their clients or customers. And so if you are a leader and you are not able to generate certainty, if people cannot believe in your ability to deliver the thing that you're saying that you can believe, that you can deliver, the solution for them, then you will struggle at any level, period. You cannot win if people don't believe in you. And there's different elements to that, to building your brand, to be able to create more certainty and things of that nature. This is just a fraction of what we talk about, and being able to help people to understand how to grow their businesses, how to be able to create more scalability in everything they're doing. And if this is something that resonates with you, I'd love for you to send a message, send a comment below. On watching this on LinkedIn or Facebook, let us know what your thoughts are. How certain are you that you can deliver? How certain are you? How much certainty are you creating in your clients, in the marketplace, in your team, in your organization? How could you get better at that? And let us know if that's something that you would like to have a conversation about. As always, we're here to serve you. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you're liking, subscribing, sharing this as well. And if you're on Facebook and you're not a member of the 7-Figure Circle $1 Million Mastermind, where this is also streaming into, this is the free Facebook group for 6-figure entrepreneurs who want to grow their businesses to 7 figures and beyond. So I'd love to have you as a member of that group as well. So if you're watching that on Facebook, hop on over to my profile, click the link there, and join the group as well. If you have any questions or comments, you're watching this in the replay, I'd love to hear your comments as well. Always open to answering questions so that we can continue to help to serve you and the community of entrepreneurs better, to create more impact in the world. More impact in the world. We really appreciate you stopping by. Salute to Mr. Frederick Russell for the comment as well. Appreciate you. And we always are here to serve you in every way we possibly can. Have a great day. Continue to serve the world. Light it up. My name is Frederick Douglass Bussey, and I'm with you ever forward.